next week. It's November 5th, 2003. Uh Cinco de Noviembre. And
Oh,
the number one movie in America is still Scary Movie 3. Brother Bear debuted at number 2. And a little further down the charts, The Human Stain, which is one of my top Letterbox reviews. I have the number
whoa.
2 review of The Human Stain on Letterboxd.
What does it say?
And it's only because the number 1 review is by like kind of a famous critic. Um, yeah, yeah. It's like I did it as like a dial, and the twist in that movie is that the Anthony Hopkins character has been black passing for white.
Whoa.
Yeah, yeah. So my review, it's like because Harvey Weinstein produced it. It's like the first line is Mr. Weinstein, we're having trouble casting this Philip Roth adaptation. It's about this like trailer trash mom from Florida falling in love with an older black gentleman. And then the Harvey Weinstein responds, "Get me Anthony Hopkins and Nicole Kidman."
I don't understand this movie. He's I don't understand that at all.
Check it out. Um, I mean, don't. It's bad. Where are we? A horrible death in the world of pro wrestling.
I have a question about that movie. I'm very confused.
Wait,
That
you're back to the human stain?
I'm just so confused. That plot point only exists because of the casting choice.
No, it's based on a Philip Roth novel. Okay, where it's like
I think your review confused me more than anything. It made me think they had all the choices in the world and they could have cast a black person.
well, they could have.
But the plot of the movie is that it's a white person pretending to be black. No.
No, 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 no. It's a black person who's passing for white.
Oh, interesting. But they just went Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah.
Well, okay, that's funny.
Yeah.
Wow, what a decision.
Yeah. All right. Crash Holly. Remember Crash Holly?
I've heard of that. What is that?
He was a little guy. Hardcore Holly's kayfabe cousin.
Okay, Crash Holly.
Yeah. He killed himself.
No.
He had just been dropped by WWE and he had debuted in TNA and like they gave him this big introduction. He was on the roster for like 3 weeks and then he killed himself.
What the fuck?
Yeah, horrible. So R.I.P. to Crash Holly.
Seriously.
Mm-hmm. All right. This episode, the cautionary tale of Numero Cinco, was written and directed by Jeffrey Bell. I read that he had initially pitched it as an episode of the X Files when he was writing for the X Files, and Chris Carter, the creator, didn't like it or whatever, so he brought it over here.
I see.
And you
I
know what?
see.
Maybe Joss Whedon should have the same level of quality control that Chris Carter had in that moment.
I
Um,
agree.
yeah. All right, let's talk about it. You know what I really don't like about this episode? Like, this is all I think about when I think of this episode is all that like mournful Spanish guitar that plays in the
I
background.
think I liked it. I think that
You
was some
like
of the music that I was
that?
talking about, maybe. I just liked
All
what they were
right.
doing with the music. It was fun. They didn't have to, but they were, and I appreciated it.
Okay, fair.
So yeah, I just wasn't that into this episode. But all right, we there's like security wandering around. We find a guy, the guy gets killed by a demon monster. We're like, oh shit, that guy will come back into play later on. I thought the monster in this episode was actually pretty strong and scary. That's kind of a positive. He kept like getting away. Like he would fight Angel and then stab Angel and get away. And I was like, oh, we don't usually see that.
Thought it was a boring character design though. This might be a result of me reading comic books, just because this is such a fucking trope, like some sort of Aztec thing that was
Right.
like worshipped by a certain sect of people, like shows up in modern day and starts like killing people. And like, I don't know. It's like you're not gonna like get me excited about something I read in a fucking Fantastic Four comic in 1963.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. I don't even care about comics, but that's actually kind of lazy. You're right. But we're done so many episodes. You're gonna get some duds like that, I guess.
I guess.
But there's this weird delivery guy walking about the office, and he's got a lucha mask
Well,
on.
we've seen him before a few times. I've tried to point him out to you, but you have
Yeah, you
failed to
have.
notice him.
But yeah, well, I mean, it is weird. This guy's walking around, but he had a 5 on his head. We're like, oh shit.
Numero Cinco.
Yeah, right. I, yeah. Is this the longest title ever so far? The
Of
Cautionary Tale of Numero Cinco. Very long.
I've got you under my skin. Are you now or have you ever been?
Oh, that's longer.
Mm.
All right. Uh, I like this line from like Lauren's like doing something. He's like, "What would you say to like a 29-year-old mom? What's Fred? You're kind of like a woman." And Fred has she snaps back, "I'm a lot like a woman, Lauren. You don't even fucking understand." I was like, "Oh
That's
shit,
right. Got all the parts.
whoa! I didn't know. Prove it, Fred. You got to prove it." uh,
Check out this clit. All right.
So Angel's like, "Hey, number 5, you dropped your what do they call him, by the way? They didn't say number 5.
Yeah, I think they did call him number 5.
Oh, hey, number
Mm-hmm.
5, you dropped your envelope over here. Envelope. How would you say that word?
I, I feel like I go back and forth.
Yeah, I said it, and I was like, wait a second. But we're like, hey, you dropped this, and the guy freaks out. He's like, hey, don't touch me, and throws Angel through the window. And then
Mm.
that's when we get the credits. Angel said, like, I freaking hate this place or something like that. And then we like go check out that body from the security guy earlier. Wesley's like, I found a body. Let's go check that out. And Spike rides shotgun because he called shotgun, but Wesley thought he was just doing a weapon check. He was like, oh shit, I got my shotgun. I thought we were just doing.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That was very funny. So we like fight the demon, and then this is one case he just freaking escapes. We're like, oh shit, where'd the demon go? And then I thought that the editing in this episode was a little off. Like we would finish scenes, and then like uh a character would just suddenly be like in the lab talking to Fred or something. That kept happening.
I noticed a little bit of disconnect there too, and it might just be because Jeffrey Bell, the writer, also is directing this episode, and he's kind of an inexperienced director. That said, he goes on to direct the final episode of Angel, like
Hmm.
the series finale, and it does a great job there. So
It must get better as it
yeah,
goes. I mean, maybe this was like a me thing, but I mean, this is one case because Spike in the last scene was like with Angel in the fight, and then we cut immediately. Spike's with Fred in the lab. We're talking about that, and but this was great. This it was probably a scene in the episode where Fred is like, "You're such a hero, Spike," and Spike's like, "I'm not a hero. I just like stood there and let the sun kill me or whatever." And she's like, "But what you did saved my life, Spike. Like you were a hero. You
yeah, she put a
saved
little
my life.
human
I'd be
face
dead
onto it.
without you." And he like his face he makes
There's
is
a
great.
couple of moments in this episode that make it worth it. Like the main storyline with Numero Cinco and like the Aztec demon, like I could care less about. But there are some good character moments like that. And I always like that Angel goes to read the Shanshu prophecy at the end of the episode.
I didn't like how he had to specify to us, like say to the audience what it like Shenshu
It's not to the
prophecy,
audience.
the English
It was
version.
established it was established in the finale last season that they have those books. Remember, like Wesley was like, "This isn't much of a library," and he's like, and the British guy was like, "Well, put something in there."
Is he
And
Patrick
he's like,
Stewart?
"I don't know." So Wesley goes like, fine, the Lockville prophecy, original Sanskrit, and then it
Yeah.
like pops up in the book. So like
But when
it's
Angel
not for
said the
us.
line at the end, like to himself, I was like, was that
It's
to
not to
us?
himself. It's to the book.
Why did he say it to the book?
Because when you say it to the book, then that's what manifests in the book.
Oh, my bad. Ignore everything I just said then. All right. Because I saw it, I was like, what? Why did he have to say that? But okay, yeah, my bad. Uh, but yeah, I love Fred and Spike in this episode. They're great together. And then Spike is like talking to Lauren, like, hey, or no, Wesley, I think, like, hey, it talked about a vampire with a soul, like saving the world. Could that have been me, possibly, not Angel? And
Mm-hmm.
Wesley's like, I don't know about all that. We learned that it's called the Tezcatcatl, the demon.
Yeah,
Tezcatcatl.
yeah. They all sound like that anytime you hear an Aztec demon.
Wesley sells the hell out of it though when he says it.
Well, he's great.
I believe that's been a thing that like for centuries, the Tezcatcatl. And it was defeated by the five brothers. They're the champions at the time or whatever. And all of them died except for one of them. It reminded me
They were
of Final
luchadors.
Destination. We have to go find Clear Rivers in Final
Clear
Destination. She's the
rivers.
one survivor. We got to go
Yeah.
find her.
Isn't that Final Destination 2?
Right, but from the one cast.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Alex lived, and then he like a brick hit him in the head, and he died like
Mm-hmm.
between films or whatever. So we visit this guy, and we learn it's the number five guy. I put that together. I was smart enough to put that together when I watched it. I was like, "Ooh,
By the big five on his forehead.
one of the five. That's probably the five guy from
Nice.
earlier." They're the Los Hermanos Numeros, the Number Brothers, is what that means.
Five guys. They should open up a place. Five guys, tacos and fries.
Because they're Mexican.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What could they do instead of fries? That's French.
Five guys, tacos
Tacos and
and
jalapenos. Tacos
nachos.
and nachos. Oh, I hate this podcast.
Yeah,
I thought what they were doing was crazy. They were doing like a 5v5 match, weren't they? We
you're
saw a
that's
flashback.
that's like a lucha thing though. Like
Okay.
lucha promotions down in Mexico, they tend to do a lot more of that like bunch of guys versus bunch of guys kind of
It was
match.
cool, but I was like, whoa, I never seen
You
this.
hate that though. I remember when we were
Yeah.
doing Sunday Night Wars, you said your least favorite kind of match is 4 versus 4.
It's just too much.
Too much going on.
It depends who's in it, obviously.
Mm.
But I mean, it could be fun if it's like all been leading to this, but when I'm just watching a pay-per-view where like I'm not getting much of the story, I'm just getting the match, it's not as good.
Fair.
But there's like a guy in the crowd stood up with a machine gun. I was like, what the hell is that? What's going on with that guy? I don't know. Angel, oh, the guy like stabbed Angel on the car. I like really liked that part. And then he took off. And we learned that he's like taking people's hearts. So Spike says, hey, why don't we take his heart first? Good idea from Spike. And we go to his grave. Angel's looking for a talisman. Was that a thing from a Buffy episode once? A talisman? We needed
There's
a
always a
talisman.
talisman.
There's always a talisman. I think you said that in that episode. There's always a
I
talisman.
think that might be a line from that episode.
Oh, okay. There's always a talisman. But the guy like dies. Number five dies. His brothers all show up and take him to the afterlife. Whatever. And it's in like a coffee cup. We're like, hey, get the coffee cup, but the talisman's in the cup. And then Angel reads the book, the Shanshu Prophecy, English translation. And I laughed, but now I regret it. I'm very sorry,
Ah.
Angel and
Uh,
Belle.
all right, yeah, you could keep this one. This episode does have its fans. I will say that. Like, there are Angel people who consider this like maybe the best of the first of those like case of the week episodes this season.
Mm.
I just don't see where they're coming from.
I have it 10 from the
it's so
bottom.
right up my alley. Fucking pro wrestling in an Angel episode, and I still can't get into it. It's
What is luchas? Are you that into luchas?
sometimes I'll
Okay.
fuck with luchas.
Yeah.
Juventud Guerrero, Cibernetico, Hector Garza,
There's one that made it big in the WWE.
Penta, El Cero, Miedo,
I love that.
and his brother Ray Fenix.
Sin Cara. That guy?
Yeah, Sin Cara. They tried him out for a little while.
Yeah, he was cool.
I think he's Mystico now. He's still wrestling as Mystico.
All right. Where
Yeah.
at?
Probably down in Mexico. All right, where are we at? It's
Well, there's 94 episodes, and I rank it 85 between Blood Money and Provider. I don't remember what Provider is. So.
ugh, I'm not a fan of Provider. Read me from the bottom up.
I Fall to Pieces, The Shroud of Rahman, Provider, I Will Remember You, Warzone, First Impressions, The Thin Deadline, In the Dark, Sense and Sensitivity. That
No.
seems low.
Yeah,
They're all good going up.
what's under first impressions?
Warzone,
What's under Warzone?
I Will Remember You.
Put it between those two.
Warzone and I Will Remember You.
No, fuck it. What's under I will remember you?
Provider.
Those two.
So we both have it ahead of Provider. You have it 90. I had it 85. These are both pretty close together in our ranking, though.
Mm.
Who is your MVP?
For this one, probably Spike.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah. And LVP, just all the brothers numeros.
Who's the worst one? What's your least favorite number? 1 through 5. Pick him. Their
Mm,
number what?
2.
I like all those numbers.
I hate this podcast.
What a stupid thing for me to say, but I do. I guess 4 would be my least favorite. Anyway,
Okay.
well, we
Um.
had some comments here. If I can
Oh
pull them
yeah,
up,
yeah, definitely.
we had I think 4 comments. It's taken a while to load. All right, so we had. Oh, that's the wrong episode. Laura first. I'd really like to come up with something more meaningful, but I guess in a situation like this, what other people have to say doesn't mean much at all. I just like to
It's
let you
a
know that I really hope you're
this is
doing
about my
okay,
relapse.
Daniel, or at least on the way back to doing okay. Probably takes a lot longer than a week to get back on your feet. Yeah.
Yeah, that's for sure accurate, but I would say that I'm on an upswing.
And the comments
And
are nice. The nice comment from you
did I
helps.
make I commented?
No, I'm saying that comment from Laura helps too.
Oh, of course. Any comment. It's really nice to hear from people that
Are
care.
rooting for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That helps a lot because part of relapse really is just fuck it. Like
Yeah.
you get to a point where it's like, who could possibly care? Like, yeah, I guess my nieces, my parents, but like,
And Laura.
but no, it's nice to know that they're, I have friends that care. I do, even if I don't see them as much as I'd like to, and the listeners, the like people listen to this. That's
Mhm.
I forget that sometimes. I lose track of that.
Right. So thank you, Laura.
Yeah,
And then she puts like 20 stars right there.
yeah, yeah. It
It's a
says
little
cunt,
excessive. You could
cunt, motherfucker, piece of shit.
you could do like 4 or 5 or 6 and it'd be the same effect. The mirror might be a nod to the one of Mary Poppins that sings back at Julie Andrews.
Oh, that's fair.
Mirror,
Yeah.
mirror on the wall. That one.
No, I believe that's Alice in Wonderland, or no, it's Cinderella.
Oh shit. What's I don't know Mary Poppins that well. We can do it though. Mary Poppins returned. Remember
That's
that Emily
true.
Blunt
That's true.
played
She
her.
certainly did.
I did not like that movie. Have you seen it?
Nope.
Remember falling asleep in the movie theater. It would have made more sense for Lorne to give the orders, or can he not consciously affect people to give the orders? I don't really understand what
I
that
don't.
means.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that means either.
Why the demon with the human mask die?
Oh, I like that guy. You want to hear my impression of human? I'm proud of honor roll student.
Yeah, why did he die?
I don't know. I liked him.
Did Lorne's subconscious kill our Toad?
Yes,
Was that the big guy?
that
His
was the
demon
guy that
version?
dies in that. Yeah, our toad was the guy that dies in the bathroom.
Oh, gotcha, gotcha.
Mhm.
Uh, when you gotta go, you gotta go. I'm still looking on my theory that the costume choices represent the allegiance of characters to Wolfram and Hart. Costumes,
It
really?
is interesting. I thought Gunn and Angel were wearing very similar shirts in this episode, so that
Okay.
did kind of occur to me.
They should do an episode Angel no shirt.
Oh, you
Well, he
bet
was in
they
the
will.
shower. He had no shirt.
That's true.
That was pretty nice. This really should have been episode 5.
Wait, it is.
Well, she did
Oh,
stars.
oh, she's talking about Numero Cinco now. Okay. Oh,
Oh,
you're right.
very
They totally
funny.
should have made that episode
Laura,
5.
Laura, you're
What
a
the fuck?
genius. So good. It's a good thing they're on speaking terms again now that Wesley has to help Angel find purpose in his work. I only realize this now, but Wesley, of course, hasn't only lost his scar, but also any resentment he may have been harboring by forgetting about Connor. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no scar. He's supposed to be
Yeah.
mad forever.
Well, but they reference like the father kills the son thing in this episode, and like Wesley doesn't know what he's talking about. So like that, it really goes to show like he has been walking around with that sort of guilt and pain and frustration over like how his friends treated him during that time.
Right.
And so yeah, I think like Connor no longer existing like lets him sort of let go of some of that, which is nice.
Yeah. The fact that that was all a misunderstanding to me is still so crazy. He was doing the right thing, and all of his friends were like, "You're
But he was
kidnapping
also
the kid."
wrong.
But he thought he was doing the right thing. That's what matters.
I know, but it's hard to be wrong about that when what you're doing is stealing your friend's child.
I think intent is all that matters there.
Okay.
Honestly, I don't understand this hang up from everybody. Uh, and then she's oh yeah, and forgetting about Connor. Yeah, thank you, Laura. And then Josh Merlis says one fun app loves Fred and the Blood Gimp.
Yeah, yeah.
Two, Spike can't masturbate, and he wants us all to know. I don't know that. Is
It's because he's incorporeal, right? If he tries to touch his dick, it'll go right through.
that true?
Yeah, that's me doing it right now.
How does he like get the like gel in his hair every day?
That's a really good question, Logan.
Or does he always just look like that?
I think he's
Because
just
he's a
gelled up
vampire.
naturally,
Yeah, I don't know.
gelling like
Interesting.
Magellan.
Wow, interesting. I want to see the Devil's Robot.
That was the thing the Cinco boys were talking about.
Okay, Cinco Boys. It was Holland
El
Manners.
Diablo Robotico.
It was Holland Manners that recruited our wrestler to Wolfram and Hart. Shout out to Holland.
Great catch, Josh. We don't see who it is, but he hands him a business card from Wolfram and Hart, and if you look closely, the name on the card is Holland Manners.
Oh, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Josh. That's very cool. I miss Holland, man. He was very cool. Shit. That blank look on Wesley's face when Angel referenced the father will kill the son. He has no memory of stealing baby Connor or any of that. You think Wesley doesn't remember?
He doesn't know Connor exists.
Oh, duh. That was such a heavy throwaway moment. Love it. Yeah. I what's up with that? Are we gonna see Connor again?
Without spoiling anything, the Connor people not knowing about Connor will be addressed.
It has to. But I wonder what it will even affect, if anything. Because I
I
don't
think it's
know.
kind of well done, but wait a little bit for it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it'll change. But and where the fuck is Cordelia? And Lindsay, you know?
Yeah, I know.
Like we're 6 episodes
Lots still
deep.
to come.
Yeah.
All
But
right,
what's next?
Logan. Next week, we're covering episode 7 and 8 of season 5 of Angel. Episode 7 is called Lineage. It is quite Wesley centric, and
His
then
father, maybe?
uh,
I feel like we still don't know too much about him. Or do we?
we definitely learn more about Wesley's family next week, and then episode 8 is called Destiny.
Huh. Well, there's a lot of talk about Lorne like reading destinies, you know, but now he's writing destinies in that one episode. I think
Well,
we were gonna meet a woman named Destiny.
oh, I would love it.
When I was in middle school, this girl Destiny was freaking obsessed with me. And then when we were in middle school, she got
That's a
pregnant.
good. That rhymes. Did you write a song about that?
No,
Destiny obsessed with me.
no. But then she got pregnant when we were in middle school, and I was like, oh my god, like if I gave in to my temptation, then that could have been me.
I
If I
know.
just like gave in to this girl that was chasing me forever, that would have been me. I would have been a middle school father. I think
It's
about it.
true.
I thought about
I
that.
I had a similar thing happen in high school. There was this girl, Maria Squateri, that was really into me, and and she, I don't really remember what happened. I think like her best friend got pregnant, and then she got pregnant like a year later or something. It was just
Wow.
like these two pregnant girls. I could be talking out of my ass, but I do remember having that feeling like I could be a father right
Yeah,
now.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
You had it twice with the abortion that you had.
Well, that's true.
But
Thank God
that's
for abortion, ladies and gentlemen.
the thing with Destiny was like she had to be like taken out of school. She like we didn't see her for a while. And
Mm.
then she came back in like 11th grade or so and was only there for like a year and then left again. It was a weird thing.
I always remember there was this girl, Maribel Ugaldi, who got
You
pregnant in
don't have to
my
say last names. I don't
whatever
think.
in my high school class. One of the funniest things ever. We were like talking about her, and like we were all trying to be like pretty polite about it.
Right.
And then my friend Sam just goes, "I don't like being around her. She smells like babies."
Wow.
I still think about that.
Well, it's like that Taylor Swift song. All my friends smell like babies or weed.
That's right.
Whatever song that was. I don't remember. The Post Malone one?
It might be that one. Good call.
Tortured Poets Department.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Anyway, that's Angel. That was very fun. We made
Yeah,
something out of not much, I
Lineage
thought.
and Destiny next week, and coming up on the show. What are your next few episodes?
We'll do Hey, I'm Watching Here Monday. We'll do Survivor Monday. We'll do the new JJ Star Treks Tuesday. Uh, wait, is that Tuesday? I don't know what day that is.
Yeah, whatever. That's all exciting stuff.
Yeah. And then at some point, I think we'll do another top 25,
Yeah, I'd love that.
maybe like next week or something. But I've seen a lot of TV pilots. Got a few more to watch.
Oh
So
yeah, let's do that.
I saw Kartheiser in the Mad Men one, right?
Yeah, Pete.
That was exciting. He was cool. He hooked up
Mhm.
with Elizabeth Moss at the end.
Sure
Or he like
did.
brought her in his room or whatever.
Hmm.
She's a Scientologist, right?
She sure is. I don't like to think about it because I have a lot of respect for her as an
How long
artist.
has she been there?
I think like her whole life.
That's what's
Um,
crazy is like Cruz was there during like cocktail.
yeah.
Like it goes like all the way back. It's
Mhm.
wild. Yeah, who cares?
All
Okay.
right. All right. Hey, blood. It's pretty good. All right. Good night, guys.